Hi, April 28th, 2009. This is Mark and Sandy's garden. We're going to take a look at the vegetable garden today. Well, it's been a week, and you can see that well, we've certainly been eating on the spinach that has grown, and we've had about 3 meals out of that at least. The basil we have been using, we want that to spread. We're letting our lettuce form heads a little bit, so we're letting the romaine get a little bit larger. The red leaf, same, although we may strike into that tonight for a little chicken salad. You can see that the peppers are progressing, particularly these Kung Pao peppers. They seem to be very robust, and we'll have a pretty big plant. The giant Thai hots, all 6 of those seem to be surviving as well, doing fairly well. Then the cayennes, the last one in this row is a bit puny, but it does seem to be living well. Serranos, I have one in front that this is the second planting for that one. I do have a few more serranos that I've started that I'll probably replace that one with. They're doing okay, but are showing some signs of weakness. The last pepper, the Anaheims, are doing fairly well. There's the one towards the end there that is a little peaked, and not sure if it's going to survive or not. Since we were last here, all of our cucumbers and a couple of zucchini, and then the yellow squash on the far end have all popped up. So we're looking forward to dealing with those. Peppers, you can see the tomatoes, you can see the progress of the tomatoes in a week's time. And again, they're very healthy and seem to be doing quite well. The replanted beans have not sprouted yet, so we're not seeing any more of those. I just have 2 single bean plants, which will mean a fairly sparse meal here a few weeks from now. And a few more cilantros coming up, quite a bit of dill that's showing up back there, which we love. And again, we have our sage in full bloom, which is wonderful. We love the sage bloom. It's a beautiful plant, and we use the blossoms themselves as an herb in our cooking, which is quite excellent because there's a lot of the sage oil in the flowers. And again, our tarragon we've been picking at quite a little bit here, and the well-established plant is thriving quite well. And again, bee balm, that will be magnificent when it blooms. On Sandy's side of the garden, the one thing I wanted to point out today was our hollyhock, which we planted a year ago, actually a year and a half ago. And I think we had some wonderful blooms last year, and I think we're going to have some pretty blooms this year again. So Sandy's annuals are getting well established, and we've been fairly lucky with the deer, keeping them out. We've added, since last week, we added this additional fence along the back here. As you can see, we had a complete entryway for the deer, so Sandy suggested we put this additional deer fence up, and so far, again, we are doing fairly well in keeping the deer out of the yard. Well, that's our garden for today. We will keep you updated throughout the summer as to the progress of our garden. We hope that yours is progressing just as well. For SpicingUpYourLife.com, this is Mark Cram.